things become cluttered and messy and you lose direction and you take on too much in your life because it's not streamlined and aligned to your core values. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Words of Wisdom podcast. This is the place to be if you're a soulful entrepreneur who is ready to manifest an expansive business and life that includes that time, space, energetic, and financial freedom. I'm your host, Minerva Maharaj. I'm a certified spiritual coach, manifesting master, and founder of Goddess of Wisdom Spiritual Life Coaching and Starseed Academy Coach Training. I'm so grateful you are here, and I promise I'll be giving you the stories, the strategies, the tips to create that life your soul came here to experience. Thank you so much again for being here. Let's dive into this week's episode. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of Words of Wisdom. I'm your host, Minerva Maharaj, and I'm so grateful you are here. Today, I'm going to guide you through identifying your top 3 core values to help you create the ideal schedule and life that you would love. And the reason this is so important is because when you don't have this defined or you haven't visited this in a while, you will find that you become overwhelmed and things become cluttered and messy and you lose direction and you take on too much in your life because it's not streamlined and aligned to your core values. And so I'm going to help you identify that and then give you some guidance on how to assess your schedule and start making some changes. Sound good? Okay, so what are your core values? You may already know what this is. You may have an inkling of what this might be, or you may not even ask yourself this in a long time. And for me, my core values are freedom, fun, and spaciousness. Freedom to do what I want, freedom to choose, freedom in all aspects, emotionally, mentally, financially, energetically, physically, even in my space. I don't like being tied down. I like to have the freedom to do and choose as I please, when I please. So that's one for me. My next one is fun. If it's not fun, I don't want to do it. You sometimes discover what your core values are by experiencing the opposite frequency of it, the opposite experiences of it. And I notice that the things I'm most likely to do and excited to do is when fun is involved, that it's fun for me. And that's, depends. Fun is different for everyone, but what's fun for me? And I noticed that I was at one point was having more fun in my personal life than I was in my business. And I'm like, well, I can do this and this in my personal life. I was doing renovations. I was having so much fun with the kids. We were doing trips. I was spending more of my time there, not only because I'm a homebody as well, and it's my sanctuary, is where I rest and where I also create. But I realized that when I went into my business, I had a different mind frame. I had a different energy coming into it. And I just associated it with work and hardship and pushing through and stress. And so I realized I'm like, well, what's going to make me show up with more joy? What's going to make this more fun? What's going to have a different experience and outcome in my business is when I bring fun to it. So I started doing that in my social media, my marketing, and what I decide to do and not do, what I decide to teach, even just doing podcasts. At one point, you may notice I've taken a break and it was time to just reassess and ground and get back, get connected again and come back with it with more intention. And now I love doing podcasts that, sometimes it gets really busy. And honestly, this podcast I'm recording for the last thing on my to-do list today. And I was close to being like, maybe I don't have to do it. But I was like, no, I really want to do it because it's so much fun. So just being fully transparent here, I really wanted to do this. I find it so fun even if I'm not selling anything. I just love speaking, I love teaching, I love sharing, and I love helping other people create the life they love. So fun is one value of mine. Next is spaciousness. I need spaciousness in my schedule. I need spaciousness in my physical environment. If things are cluttered, even if I go on vacation and it's too packed up, If we stay at other people's houses, I'm like, no, I want my freedom. I want spaciousness. I want to choose. I want to have my own space. That's important. You'll find that these core values overflow in all areas of your life or in other areas at least. And so spaciousness is so important for me. And in the business sense, I love spaciousness in my schedule. I love working in spacious places because also that's where my creativity is. I actually go to the beach a lot and I work from there, or I work from a new space, or I work in my backyard because it gives me a sense and feeling of spaciousness. And that's when the ideas flow and I just feel more like me. And so even in my calendar, I don't overpack it. I don't overdo my to-do list when it comes to my business. I don't overdo how many clients I work with. That's why I only work with 2 private clients at a time. And I'm very intentional of what I put on my schedule. If people are like, hey, let's meet up for a coffee or let's do this, because spaciousness is a core value of mine, I don't just commit and say yes, even if it might be fun. But if it impedes on one of my other core values of spaciousness, I will say no. So those are my top three. And I just share that to give some background for you and give you some ideas. So I'm going to read out some core values here. And I'm not going to read everything, but I'm just going to share some words here and see which one speaks to you. Okay. And before I do that, I want you to think about, and you can even journal about it as well. What are your top three values? You'll have more. So if more comes up, great. But your top three. And what's most important to you? What makes you come alive? What makes you feel most like yourself? What makes you feel invincible or like anything is possible? And what feels so good and nourishing to your soul? Here are some core values to ponder on: acceptance, achievement, authenticity, balance, challenge, clarity, community, creativity, curiosity, diversity, enthusiasm, ethics, expertise, family, fitness, freedom, friendship, fulfillment, fun, gratitude, growth, humor, independence, integrity, intimacy, kindness, joy, leadership, loyalty, mindfulness, nature, passion, personal growth, playfulness, pleasure, power, respect, romance, security, safety, sensuality, simplicity, spirituality, trustworthiness, teamwork, truthfulness, warmth, wisdom, vitality. Those are just some words. You can Google and find other points of inspiration. But what were the three that spoke to you most, that give you a pulse or chill in your body, that did something to your heart, that made you say, oh, I want more of that? So just jot that down. Don't overthink it. And then next, I want you to reflect on, how is this playing out in your life right now? And if it's not, how can you move towards that? What can you do? What needs to change? What do you need to let go of in order to integrate more of that into your life? So, for example, if playfulness was one that spoke to you, how is playfulness playing out in your life now, in your parenting, in your marriage, in your relationship, at work, in your health? And maybe if you're struggling with health and you don't want to go to the gym, or you don't want to work out or do the things that you know are going to make you feel better, maybe you need to integrate more playfulness. And so, how can you connect playfulness with your health journey? Right? So that's how I want you to start thinking about it. And so sometimes we, like I mentioned before, we feel cluttered, we feel overwhelmed, we don't have clear direction, we're just doing the things. And sometimes, especially when you're making decisions from this moment forward, I want you to write these top 3 values down, put it on your desk, put on your mirror, put it on your phone, and check in with it. Does it align to your core values? And then you will see, by being intentional and clear of what they are, you can make intentional, clear decisions that line up to that, and you start creating more experiences and have that ideal schedule in life that you love. And that's exactly how I got to where I got to in terms of my schedule. I had shared this before, but I technically only work 2, 3 times a week. Weekends are for family and fun, and Mondays is my grounding day. That feels free, that feels fun, that feels spacious to me. Tuesdays is my CEO day where I work on my business, I work on myself, and that's fun for me. That makes me feel spacious and free. I don't book anything on my Tuesdays. I book my coaching calls for my coach to coach me. And then Wednesdays and Thursdays are the days I work in my business, either coaching or teaching or marketing or podcasting, any of those things. And that feels fun and spacious to me. And if I need to move it around, I can. And then Fridays is my me day and also my money mindset day. So all of that feels good. And I didn't start there. I didn't have it. It wasn't given to me. I made room for it. I had to move things around and made tiny movements, baby steps, and consistent ones over time to achieve this ideal schedule that I so love. And it feels so nourishing to me, my soul, my business, my clients, and my family, everything. And that gives me more space and allows room for more to flow into my life, more ideas, more programs, more clients, more money, more energy, more memories, more experiences. And with that, I'll also share that I decided to close my group coaching program, the Manifest group, because it just wasn't feeling free and fun and spacious anymore. And what does is creating more online classes and courses for you so that I can teach what I know, what I've embodied, what is so fun and exciting for me, and what I know will change people's lives because it's changed mine. I want to teach you those skills and strategies so that you can start living that life of freedom financially, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, so that you can experience joy now, have it all now. And so that's what I'm moving towards. So you're going to start seeing that. I'm going to record digital classes and courses for you at very low, affordable price points. So there's no reason why you can't afford it or implement it. And so I'm so excited to get that to you. So be on the lookout for that. But overall, this episode was for you to get really clear on your core values and take a look at how you are living that out in your business, in your life, and in any area of your life so that you can start living in joy now. So I hope this resonates with you. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a review, leave a comment, and let me know how this impacts you. And I would love if you took a screenshot of this and tagged me on Instagram, Goddess of Wisdom Coach, and shared how this episode impacted you. I really hope you enjoyed it. Can't wait to hear from you. Sending you all love and light.